This ancient Japanese fire pit was a heater and a silent alarm. The most important piece of home security in old Japan didn't hang on a wall or sit by the door. It burned quietly in the floor. A square of fire that warmed families, cooked meals, dried clothes, and, without wires, alarms, or locks, warned them when danger crept too close. If you're into lost survival knowledge and real-world resilience, this is one of those stories worth subscribing for, because modern prepper tech still hasn't caught up to this kind of wisdom. The quiet heart of the home. Long before central heating or smart sensors, Japanese homes were built around a sunken fire pit set into the floor. It was called a nirori, and it wasn't decoration. It was the heartbeat of the house. This fire pit sat low, framed with wood or stone, filled with ash, and kept burning gently day and night. Families gathered around it. Tools hung above it. Food simmered over it. And in winter, it was often the only reliable source of warmth. But here's the secret most history books skip. This fire didn't just serve comfort. It watched the house when everyone slept. Built low and smart for lasting heat, the genius of the irori starts with its shape. By being sunken into the floor, heat stayed where people lived instead of racing upward. Hot air rose slowly, warming legs, hands, and bodies before drifting through the room. The ash bed mattered. Ash holds heat for hours, even after flames die down. Carefully chosen hardwoods burned slow and steady, producing embers instead of flare-ups. This meant warmth without constant tending. Traditional homes were drafty by design. That sounds like a weakness, but paired with a central fire pit, it created gentle airflow that spread warmth evenly. No single hotspot. No freezing corners. Compared to modern heating, it was shockingly efficient. No fuel wasted heating empty ceilings. No moving parts. No grid. For off-grid survival, it's hard to beat. Now comes the part that feels almost unbelievable. That slow, steady column of smoke rising from the fire wasn't random. Families learned its behavior the same way sailors learn the sea. They knew how it moved on calm nights. They noticed when it changed. If a door slid open when it shouldn't have, fresh air rushed in. Smoke bent, it thickened. It moved sideways instead of straight up. That subtle shift was enough to wake someone instantly. An intruder didn't need to make noise. The fire already knew. This wasn't superstition. It was observation passed down through generations. The fire pit became a silent alarm system that never slept. The floor around the fire pit also told stories. If cold air crept in from an entry point, the warmth pattern changed. People sitting nearby could feel it on their skin. One side of the pit cooled faster. Another side pulled heat away. In the dark, before eyes adjusted, the body already knew something was wrong. In a way, the fire pit worked like a primitive motion sensor. Any disruption to airflow or temperature showed up instantly at the center of the home. No batteries required. These homes were built in an era with no police patrols, no exterior lighting, and, well, thin walls. Security had to be passive, constant, and reliable. The fire pit solved multiple problems at once: warmth, light, cooking, tool maintenance, pest deterrence, and awareness. For preppers, that's the real lesson. Systems that do one job are fragile. Systems that do 5 jobs endure. Modern lessons hiding in plain sight. You don't need to rebuild an ancient house to use this knowledge. Draft awareness is still one of the cheapest security tools available. A sudden change in airflow tells you something moved. Thermal differences still reveal entry points better than cameras in many cases. Some off-grid homes now use simple air movement indicators near stoves or heaters. Others use low-tech temperature monitoring in key locations, not to spy, but to notice disruption. The mindset is the upgrade. Paying attention beats piling on gadgets. Ancient builders trusted their senses. They designed homes that spoke to the people inside them. comfort and security as one system. The Irori worked because it didn't separate comfort from safety. Warmth wasn't a luxury. It was information. Modern homes often isolate systems. Heating over here, security over there, power somewhere else. When one fails, the others don't compensate. The old way understood something we forgot. A home should tell you when it's unhappy. The fire that still teaches us. That humble fire pit was more than tradition. It was engineering shaped by survival. It watched doors. It felt the wind. It warned without shouting. And it kept families alive through long winters and uncertain nights. For those building resilient lives today, the lesson is clear. Sometimes the smartest technology is the kind that doesn't look like technology at all. If this kind of forgotten wisdom matters to you, share this story with someone building their own survival blueprint, and subscribe so these old truths don't stay buried in the ashes of history.